Hey, what's up, world? Your boy G Shrimp, everybody favorite baby daddy, the voice of the street, man. And today we in Chicago with it, man. We in Cranktown, y'all, over east, man. Some malls over there, man. They over there on 62nd and Kimball, right? So one of the brothers left me a message, man, and he said, man, he been a subscriber for 3 years, y'all, and it's the first time he has asked a question, so he sent it to a message. He like, man, is this the proper way? I'm like, any way you can leave it, Mo, it's cool. I got it, so it's all well. And the message go like this. It said, what's the demo, General? Pardon partial. He said, I'm pardon partial by the way of Cranktown from 62nd and Kimball. I've been a subscriber for a few years now. This is my first time asking a question, so if this isn't the way, if this isn't the proper way to do it, then pardon the body, Mo. My question is this. Were there ever a time where the war was looking bad? Maybe a few ops caught a big Mo liking? Or maybe the muscle got locked up? Or maybe was it just they just on y'all ass? But either way, was it ever a time where the war wasn't looking good? Y'all backwards against the wall while wanting to be part and partial or running with a particular set. And it said, blessings, Mo, all is well. Okay. Well, you know, we been a set. We always been a gunslinger set. So we didn't lose too many wars, right? But that particular what you're talking about, it actually did happen. Because it was 10 of us, y'all. 10 of us. 10 gunslingers now. 8 of them went to jail, y'all, on separate little cases. And we got into it with the bogus boys. And it was only 2 of us out. That's me, the general, and this guy right here. His name is Patrick Patterson. Me and this guy went to war against the bogus boys. Just 2 of us. They had us outgunned. They had more money than us and everything. And I'm not going to lie and tell y'all we won that war. We did not. Man, we didn't lose because they didn't knock down one of us down. But they just had better weapons than we did. But every night we went over there and let them niggas know it was a war. Every night we shot they block up with a 22 and a 38. That's where you hear, if you're a G-Friend fan, you hear the joke 22 Pete. They start calling me 22 Pete. I'm talking about I'm like Rambo. I'm a little bitty nigga, y'all. I'm crawling under cars and shit. You hear me? Crawling under cars, sneaking up on them. I'm jumping right out on them. Nigga, take off running. They thought this shit was funny, y'all. Man, I had every motherfucking bogus boy on the block had a 22 in his ass, Joe. I'm talking about I'm putting in work. You hear me? Work. And this nigga here, this motherfucker was an Army veteran, so he can make a 38 sound like a machine gun. That motherfucker. I said, you got a 9 or something? No, that's a 38. How the fuck you make that motherfucker have rapid fire? Now I'm squeezing the trigger. I'm like, goddamn, nigga. Well, that's how he was, training or whatever it was. But I'm talking about we got on them niggas' ass, y'all, and we was going back and forth. That shit lasted about a good month, y'all, a good solid month. That shit lasted, right? And I was into it with the night shift. The day shift I went into it with. Or they used to try to act like they wasn't, because they wasn't into it with me, because they was really about a lot of money. They had took over the folks set, and they was getting money. I don't know if some of y'all knew who the Bogus Boys was. Back in the 90s, the Bogus Boys was a set of renegade gangsters, right? Ran by a nigga named Slick Rick. And what they would do is just come on folks set and take over the strip and serve wherever they want to. You either go try to beat them or join them. Most people couldn't beat them, so they would have to join them. And I'm talking about they used to take over every motherfucker block. It was not nobody block that they didn't take over. Probably not no ops block, but I'm talking about when it comes to the gangsters, they pull up and they will have their way. And then a lot of the folks would just let them do it, y'all, you know, because they couldn't beat them. These niggas had too much money, man. Too much money. And I remember when they was going to the county, y'all, ooh, was they getting their ass whooped. Lord have mercy, they was getting their ass whooped. You hear me? Like you see me say, I was in war with them niggas, right? They caught one of their ass coming in that motherfucker, y'all. And they probably not, they wanted to get on his ass. And they wasn't sure, they couldn't prove it, so they had to verify it, right? So they got him hemmed up in the bathroom. They trying to find out, like, nigga, you stay over there. You was with one of them niggas, because they was tracking them down. They knew what block they would be on. They like, man, they just took over 69th. So any niggas coming to the county from 69th, they'll get on them. You like, nigga, you with them? Or what's going on? They try to find out what's going on, right? So this when they was on my end, right? And the nigga was in jail. And they said, man, go get shrimp. Shrimp from over there, man. Go get the shrimp. And we gonna find out if he one of them niggas. So, you know, the niggas called me, hey, Shrimp, come here for a minute. I walk in there, and I swear to God, y'all, this guy, he was looking, he had helped me all written on. He like, Shrimp, tell him, man, I ain't one of the bogus boys there, my Shrimp, tell him, I ain't one of. I wanted to say, you motherfucker, yes, you was. But he wasn't one of the ones I was into it with, but he was one of them. But I didn't even set him out, y'all. Because the look on that boy face, they finna beat the shit out of him, y'all. You hear me? They was really finna beat the shit out of him. And I'm like, nah, man, he ain't one of them. I said, he from over there, though. But he didn't click up with him. They took over his block. I said, but he wasn't one of them. And they like, all right, they gave him a pass. Now, that's how folks' laws work. I don't know. Ours didn't work like that. First of all, we would have never asked a motherfucker op shit. You know what I mean? Second of all, even if we had to ask him that, we would have to take the word of our own guy over a stranger. We couldn't take the word of somebody else over our guy. If a nigga down the street say, you broke in my house, and Mo said he didn't, I got to take Mo word. I can't take this guy word because that's the law. He a stone, so hey, you can't take the word of a stranger over your brother. That's a little game for all the Mo's that's in tune with the system. Y'all know that's what that is. You dig? You draw up that Mo. So, man, there, we banged it out with them little niggas right for a minute. And then, like I said, this shit happened for like 30 days, 30 nights. Every night is going on, right? They pull up on me in the daytime one time, just the night shift before they finna leave. They pull up, nigga pull up in the van, y'all. He slide the van back, boom. He like, I oughta give it to your ass. I just looking there, I'm like, you probably ain't got no bullets. That nigga like, and they pull it off, y'all. You hear me? They pull it off. You know why? Because I didn't have but 2 bullets. We've been sitting there going on a month. I know y'all gotta be low on ammo, man. You know what I mean? I know y'all gotta be low. We've been banging out every night. And I just wasn't brave or nothing. I said what I was thinking, man. You probably ain't got no bullets, nigga. I ain't got but 2. Shit, I know it. I didn't even waste them 2 on there. I'm like, man, you probably ain't got no bullets. Shit, I ain't got none, nigga. You know, I'm trying to get to the store now, but they had more money. They could buy it, right? And what stopped the war, y'all, is this. They used to joke. They didn't want to name me 22 Pete, right? So, like I said, I used to be crawling under cars and Rambo shit coming through gangways and shit, you know. I'm getting down on their ass, y'all, because I'm trying to hold it down. When you young, you so fucking dumb, you don't fear nothing. I'm probably about 16 or 17. You don't fear nothing. I wasn't scared of these niggas, and these niggas had automatic weapons. Big shit, y'all. Big shit. Every time I hit at their ass, I hit 30 shots, and I'd be running back. But I came back every motherfucking night. Every night I came down there, bust at their ass, and they sent 30 back at my ass. I run around that corner again, you know. I think they just have fun with me. They, little damn fool, that little nigga crazy, ain't he? That little motherfucker, that crazy. But they was out there one day, and the boss was out there. I guess this Slick Rick out there. And the broker started joking. Look out, Johnny, go 22 people. Hey, man, cut it out, man. This shit ain't funny, man. This shit ain't funny. And they laughing because it's a joke. And the boss said, hey, man, what? He said, that shit ain't funny, nigga. He said, y'all around here laughing at that shit. He said, that nigga on the block got a 22 in his ass, nigga. He said, when that little motherfucker get a big gun, he gonna be dangerous, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Y'all laughing at that shit like that shit cute. But he was right, y'all. They fuck around and came at me one time where I had some big time friends too. And I was telling them about the little war, but I started so much shit they thought I had started it. I hadn't started this one, you know. And I think they thought I was trying to build it up like it was something more than what it was. But it was that. They, you know, these big time drug dealers, they just, man, fuck that, man. All right, we're going to bring you an ounce tomorrow. We going to do this, and, you know, we just chopping it up. We sitting there. I'll never forget my boy George. He's sitting in the drop top 5.0, and I'm sitting there talking to him and shit. We chopping it up, and nigga come out the gangway. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. I jump up, I'm pow, 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 pow. Nigga gets on down the road. And he like, man, shit, what the fuck is that? Man, what's that? I said, that's them niggas I'm into it with. He said, who? I told him to lick. I'm like, that's them bogus. Well, remember I told you that last week I got into it with these niggas. Remember Pat, they would Pat at that, and he like, man, no, I didn't know that. I said, yeah, man, this the only little gun I got. He like, oh, man, fuck that. I'm going to bring you some shit. Boy, shit. That nigga brought me 2 9mm. One for me and one for my partner. That's all it took. We went around there that night, boy. They packed up and left. Motherfuckers was like, hey, man, what's going on? They like, hey, man, 22P got a 9mm. It's over with. Because they knew I was going to slump one of their ass with that motherfucker, boy. They packed up in that motherfucker next day and got up out of there and went somewhere else. Now, the only other time I had a problem where it was heavy, but my guys wasn't locked up. They was out, so they aid and assist me. We always was good watching each other back. That's why we still here. We really watched each other back hard. How I used to play it, if you need some gas, we all going to the gas station. Fuck it. We got 10 cars out here. We might as well all fill up so we won't get caught at the gas station by ourselves. Because it was really going on in the 90s. And you get caught at the gas station. You got your car on rims. You know, you see a nigga in the road by because you pumping gas. Nigga, ooh, where that go shrimp? He can flip at you and pull right up on you, dog. You know? So, you know, I didn't play that shit, y'all. You ain't knocking on my mans down like that. So what I would do, we'll go to the gas station. We'll take all the cars up there, y'all. We might say, all right, give us 200 on pump 1. Right? We have a nigga out for pump the gas. And one nigga standing by him with the strap. We have a car parked over here by this entrance. And a car parked over there by that entrance. So we got the whole gas station secure. Plus the nigga standing by the pump with the thing. So everybody will pull their car. We'll put 20 in this one, 20 in that one, 20 in that one, 20, 20, 20. We filling up. Everybody, we putting the money in there right to the 200 is gone. The 2 cars that's on security, once the first nigga get his gas, he go trade places with that car. He go come get in the line. Same thing with the other niggas on some security. When we pull up out of there, everybody go have gas and we going back to the block. And when you get ready to leave or go wherever you go, you don't have to worry about stopping at the gas station. Because most niggas get caught like that when they come to these cars. They get caught at the gas station. Sometimes they get caught at the red light or wherever, you know. Like time we used to run them motherfuckers. We pull up and keep it moving, you know. And yeah, that's how we did, right? But the time when it really got heavy, they put some money on my head, y'all. They call it dropping bags now. Nigga dropped a bag on me. Nigga dropped 2 bags on me, y'all. First bag, I guess I earned. I was fucking with these niggas. We sliding these steamers, y'all. Sliding. Nah, we got one of the gangsters, a high-ranking motherfucker, right? Big time gangster. Nigga spinning, fuck around. hit his nephew. He ain't deceased, but he's hit. You know, and they take it personal. You know, oh, you shot my nephew, nigga, it's up. They find out who it is. They put money on my head. Bam, because they knew I was in the little steamer. They put another bag on my head. Me and one of the other guys had a steamer just like we had 2 burgundy steamers, right? We doing our moving. They had seen me and the motherfucker earlier looking for them niggas. So when he come back through there that night in the steamer, they thought it was me because they looked at it like they dropped another bag on my motherfucking head, y'all. $300,000 some. And boy, when I tell you they was trying to get it, they call it merchandise. I became merchandise. They was trying to cash my ass in. And I'm dodging them, dawg. I'm shooting it out with them, dodging them. I'm staying at bitch's house that's so ugly, Lord have mercy. Oh, just think of the ugliest bitch in the world, y'all. I probably spent the night at her house during the time they had the money on my head. I'm pushing bitches in wheelchair. Oh, don't worry about the wheelchair, baby. You got one leg? Come on. I'm going to spend the night with you, though, okay? All right, I'm going to push in. I'm going to carry you up the steps. I don't go far. I just need a safe place to stay. You know, I send my car somewhere, and, you know, I'm doing this. But my guys was holding me down because we was on these niggas' ass extra because they was on us extra. We was on their ass extra. When y'all say I rolled with 5 of them, that's the year I'm referring to. Me and my man Dice, we riding. We had 2 in our lap. Plus he got 2. Plus we got one in the middle. We would race. We would try to race to see who could get to the strap that's in the middle. Me and him, we having competition. It's like we get to a light. If he sees a mouse over here, oh man, you don't need that motherfucker. Now I do. I got it. I strap. This motherfucker, he empty 2 clips and grab the 3rd gun. Like, man, you ass just clouded, man. It ain't but 2 niggas over there, man. You empty goddamn man. That's that 15, you empty 30 on their ass. Plus you finna hit them with another. That'll be 45 motherfucking shots, man. God damn, nigga. Plus we still got a dub in these 2 blocks. And we had that new shit with the beam on it. Y'all was just getting beams. We been had them. We had them in the 90s, y'all. In the 90s. And I always flip about it because the motherfuckers got hot. It's hard to miss when a motherfucker got one of them. You know what I mean? Even the amateur is scoring. Niggas is not even trying to hit motherfuckers and hitting them. And they mad. Man, Joe, I was trying to hit the nigga in the leg. And what happened? I think I hit him in the chest. What? Yeah, man, I was trying to aim low on that bitch when I came up. I'm like, shit, yeah. But I tell you, when we first got that motherfucker, y'all, the speech was, hey, boy, do not get caught with this motherfucker. This bitch is dirty. I'm like, all right. Same shit happened. Somebody else get ready to pass out. Hey, Joe, what? You don't want to get caught with this motherfucker, what? This bitch dirty, boy. I'm talking about dirty. I'm like, dirty, don't get caught with this motherfucker. All right, we ain't gonna get caught with it. We put some little prints on this shit to, man, hey, Joe, what? Don't get caught with this motherfucker. This bitch dirty. So, how we end up getting rid of the motherfucker, y'all? I goes down here fucking with the folks on 39th Street, 41st and Drexel. Right across the street, they having a funeral or something, right? But I knew these niggas because I used to come down there a lot. I jumps out to get a little bit of weed, right? God damn it, I got my motherfucking car sitting on rims. This motherfucker, nice. Sunday, y'all, Project Sunday. Folks having a session on Sunday. So my man, I don't know what it was, man. I don't know, he wasn't thinking or whatever, man. When I get out the car, he didn't even have on the hat when we pulled up, y'all. When I get out the car to go get the weed, this nigga put his hat on like this. In front of folk building on a Sunday. And it's all motherfucking gangsters down here and they having a meeting. They coming out the meeting, they like, woo, folk, who the fuck is these looks right here? I know they done lost their damn mind, G. These niggas out of order. Oh, no, man. Who the fuck they tweaking, y'all? They finna get on our ass. You hear me? But we strapped. They, man, want to get on our ass. So, when I'm talking to the guy, let me get to. And I look at the car, I'm like, oh, man. I see my boy done put his head. I'm like, damn, Dice, why you put your head on like that, man? Damn. Because, see, this is why I won't say inconsiderate or he not thinking clearly. Because you putting my life in danger. I'm out the car, man. He in the car with the strap. He didn't even have to put no fucking hat on, y'all. He could have just waited till I got in the car. No, he puts his hat on like that. Now all the attention's on him, and now it's on me because they know I'm driving this motherfucker. And so the nigga I used to get the weed from, I'm like, hey, let me get to it. Go, hey, Shawty, man, what the fuck is up with you, man? I'm like, nothing, man. He like, man, I thought you was cool. I said, I said, oh, that's one of my names from out of town. He don't really know about his head. You a damn lie, Shawty. We know you a hook, man. I thought you was about your paper, though. He gave me a speech, y'all. But what he doing is stalling because he know they finna get on my ass. Old pussy ass nigga. I said it last time I did the video. If I see that nigga today, I hit him in this shit. And I still feel like that, y'all. Every time I tell a story, I have to stop and say that. I hit that nigga in this shit if I seen him today. For real, right? So he started trying to give me a lecture. I'm like, come on, dog, give me my shit so I can go, man. Okay, all right, I'm sorry. The man got his head broke, but let me get out of here, man. No, man, because that ain't cool, shawty, you know. And he started just, now they surrounded me because they see it's my car. And I'm like, all right, man, look at this. So I'm thinking, okay, I ain't tripping because I know how to fight. I'm finna go and get it cracking. Once I still on the motherfucker and get a 3 punches in, I know my man holding, he gonna jump out and clean house. I ain't worried too bad. I know a 3 punches gonna be thrown, but I know he gonna get out and handle this shit. I know that's one thing he gonna do, right? So, you know, one of the niggas, while they talking to me, tried to walk around my car and reach in and take the keys out. My man see him because he watching him. And he like, bitch, get your hand out this car. Dude like, oh. He like, hey folks, they got a strap. So the crowd turn around and look. I'm like, okay, that's my cue. I can see the car. Now, I get back to the car like, fuck it. I get to the car. Now they see it's finna be up. Now it's just finna go down now. The car pull up on the side of me and and I'm like, give me that strap. Hey, dude, move that motherfucking car, nigga. We don't want no trouble, man. Move that car before I pop your pussy ass. He bagged up, right? So I hit Drexel. Police across the street at the motherfucking funeral though, directing traffic or whatever they was doing. So I pull out slow, stop, and they come, they throwing bottles at my shit. Now, 2 or 3 hit the car. Let's look at these niggas. Then they go a step further. Hey officer, he got a gun. I can hear him, y'all. He got a gun. I'm like, look at these niggas, man. They telling damn. Real? Okay, cool. I ain't tripping. We rolling and shit. You know, we see a police car coming, and my man said, hey, Shrimp, these niggas on us, man. I'm like, nah, they ain't on us. So this too quick. They ain't on us, you know. And we started riding. Then another cop turned and get behind. I'm like, now them, they own us. You know what I mean? I said, they own us. So what I do, y'all? Fuck it, I got bond money. I'm getting money at this time. I pulls over. And he, my boy, like, hey, Shrimp. I'm like, what? Shrimp, hey, we can't go with this the beam. I'm like, what? This the beam. I'm like, ooh, this the beam. That's what we call the gun we don't supposed to get caught with, y'all. This is the beam. That's the red beam, right? I'm like, oh, shit. Everybody in the room them gave me a speech about this motherfucking gun. Man, listen. That motherfucker got out, thought he was finna come out. Whoop! I cranked that motherfucker up and whoop, whoop. But I'm talking about, I'm probably the best driver in Chicago, y'all. You hear me? I got down on their ass. Boy, listen, boy. I turned right down 51st Street and Cottage Grove. Just them hospitals right there, bro. I turn on that motherfucker and I'm rolling. I come straight up the middle. It's a yellow line. You know, like traffic on this side, traffic on that side. It's a yellow line. I'm in the middle, y'all. Fly straight through that bitch. I ain't even touching traffic, y'all. I'm moving so smooth. You would think I had lights on my shit. Where I'm I'm getting that bitch. Woo, woo, I'm rolling because I know I can't get caught with this motherfucker. So I'm going for broke, y'all. I'm like, fuck that shit. I gotta get ready from these motherfuckers. But we way over east, y'all, and we stay deep south, like Inglewood area. So we way east. So this gonna take a little while. You feel me? So I'm riding and shit. I'm shaking them, dude. I gets down there. They follow me all the way down there. I get to 67th Street. And I bust a right. And I lose control a little bit. Boom, I hit the other side of the street, right? I look in the mirror. These bitches ain't even behind me. I do it in reverse. Straighten that bitch up. Boom. Nah. What had happened is they peep I could drive. So they like, oh, we got a driver here. They stopped basically chasing me, start playing radio games. And what really started it, they already think I can drive from 51st. When we got to 63rd, y'all, it was a motherfucker girl walking across the street. And I'm fat to the floor. And I dodged her. And you know, I said, oh, I hope he see her. This is what I'm saying. Because if the police hit her, it's my murder. Anything they hit or tell while they chasing me during the course of a felony, it's my case. So when I went around, I'm like, oh Lord, I hope he see her. You know what I mean? And he coming, he's hit brakes. He said, look at his partner and say, catch that motherfucker. Hit it again, we gone. That's when I went to 67, I slid and I bagged up. What they do, y'all, they didn't come on 67, they turned on 66. Coming up down toward O Block. We ain't at King Drive yet. We on Cottage. So they down on 66. And they on the walkie-talkie. Hey, we got him. He headed southbound. West on 67th Street. Block them streets off down there. Set up a roadblock. We got to get him. Such. Just make sure he keep going straight. So when I get to King Drive, y'all, I got this fist flat to the floor. I don't see nobody back here. And I'm gone. I see the motherfucking police pull up on King Drive 67. He just stopped and looked at me. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? You know, I just tapped the brakes a little bit. He kept riding up. I don't know what the fuck he's sitting there for. You know what I mean? I'm like, nigga, this is a high-speed chase. Nigga, you can be there, your shit to the floor. I don't know what you doing. But then I'm getting down to the next block, and another car coming up. I'm like, okay, well, they trying to make sure I don't turn. They blocking the streets all the time. They forcing me to keep going straight because they got the roadblock set up on 67 and Dan Ryan. But I don't know this. I'm thinking I'm getting down on their ass, you know. And I had turned a lot of more corners back then too, y'all. And I'm just trying. I got to get rid of some of these motherfuckers. I can't come home with a trail of police cars. I got to shake some of these motherfuckers, you know what I mean? So look, I'm riding this shit. We gets down here and I'm like, gets to 67 and King Drive, y'all. I pulls up, not King Drive, 67 and Dan Ryan. And I'm like, okay, I'm thinking the light red, you know. So I'm looking, so I look to the left. I swear I see a nigga here and I'm like, damn. I got to see somebody. Then he do it again and put, I said, damn, I did see somebody. So I set up like this, y'all. I'm like, oh shit. It's a whole roadblock up there, y'all. The whole street is blocked up. I'm like, damn. I put the bitch in reverse. Man, when I put that bitch in reverse, they closed the back end up, y'all. Best police work I ever seen, man. The way they got out on them, they closed the back up. I'm like, oh shit. I just put that motherfucker in park. And see, this is what you young boys need to know too. When you running from the police, okay, you do everything you need to do while you're running. When you get caught, it's over with. You can't be reaching for shit. You can't be trying to talk on the phone, all that goofy shit. I'm on live. So fucking what? If you on live, set that camera right there and let it record you. You don't need to hold him and trying to irritate this officer. Fuck that. What I did, I knew they finna be aggressive, y'all, because they been chasing us damn near an hour and some, maybe close to 2 hours. I know exaggeration. I put that on my motherfucking kids. No exaggeration. So I tell my man Dice, hey dog, Man, be cool. They finna be aggressive. They been chasing us too long. I let the windows down, y'all, and I put my hands up out the window like this. And he had his hands up, so when they come to us, they ain't nervous at all. They like, get your ass out. Get your motherfucking ass out. He opened the door, grabbed me, and cuffed me up, and threw me in the air. I'm like, what the fuck? The fuck kind of shit is that? I'm saying to myself, damn, that's new. The fuck is that about, you know? So, when they put me in the car, my man, he's so motherfucking nervous. He had 7 bags of cocaine in his pocket, man. And the police like, man, what you got? He like, this all I got. And he gave it to him. Why he didn't throw that shit out, I don't know. I think he was thinking about, man, fuck that, I'm trying to get rid of this beam. He probably didn't think about he had that cocaine till we got to the roadblock, so he didn't have no choice. He gave it to him though, right? So they pushed us in the car. Here come the watch commander. He's so out of breath and he is scared to death because they've been chasing me 2 hours. And he want a report of what we hit. That's what he trying to find out, y'all. And he come over, he said, Bailey, he said, what did he hit? He said, he didn't hit nothing, Sarge. He said, what did he hit? He said, he didn't hit nothing, Sarge. He said, no, I know I did. What did he hit? He said, Sarge. What? He said, he didn't hit nothing, man. This motherfucker can drive, man. He said, why do you think we had to call all y'all, man? We would have been called this motherfucker, man. He said, this motherfucker here can drive. Shit. He said, you know how long we been chasing this motherfucker? And so I said, yeah, I went to lunch and came back. I'm like, yeah. He said, God damn. So they put me and him in the car, me, Dice, in the back of the car. You would think they upset, y'all. They were so happy. I made their day. They said, man, we just come back off vacation, man. We ain't had no excitement all fucking day, man. He said, man, you know you was a driving motherfucker, boy. I'm like, yeah. He said, man. He said, I thought you was going to kill that girl on 63rd. I'm like, no, I thought you was going to hit her. I dodged the bitch. Oh, I was hoping you'd see her. He said, man, I told my partner when we stopped, I said, catch that motherfucker. He said, man, any other time, he said, they would have let you go. They terminated that pursuit. But the watch commander said he had some veteran drivers on me and he let them get out. He said, Sarge, we got a big fish on the line and this nigga going for broke. We need to see why he running like that. I had tossed the strap out on 63rd somewhere, right where that broad was out right up in there somewhere. So they never did find it, right? Plus we had turned so many corners. There's no way. There's no way. So, and to be honest, Mo, since we talking about the story, that is over there by y'all set. Matter of fact, you know, you on Kimball. Yep, I was down the street. I threw that bitch out on College Grove, 62nd and College Grove, 63rd and College Grove. Shit, that's down the street from Cranktown. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. So look, right. So they takes us to the motherfucking station, y'all. These motherfuckers treating us like celebrities. All the police that been in on that high speed chase was coming down there. They like, what they have? Oh, they ain't have nothing on them. Well, they like, should they? Shit, y'all been chasing them 2 hours. I'm pretty sure they don't. You know what I mean? All the officers like, well, I guess they don't got nothing. Shit, 2 hours, motherfucker. Would you still have something? He like, hell no, shit. And you know, they like, well, this guy had 7 bags of cocaine. Like, oh, well, your ass need to be in jail. He saw that good ass driving your partner did and you still had work on you? And he like, oh, man, you need to go to jail. He said, man, if you'd have held that shit till we got to the station, he said, I'd have gave you a break. He said, but you had me that shit in front of Sarge. He said, I had to charge you with it. And you know which one no thing, right? So we down there all night, y'all. And I got walkie-talkies and shit. And I told y'all, we played the walkie-talkie games back in the day. That's how I communicated with all my stones and shit. We didn't have phones like this and shit, y'all. Like y'all got, we had walkie-talkies and shit. And even only the big dogs had phones because you had to put $1,000 on the phone to get it. That big brick. Or then they came out with little prime codes and shit. But everybody didn't have them. Only people had them was the drug dealers. You know, so me, maybe my boss, and a few other niggas, but the little workers and the little most, they didn't have them. They might have had a beeper or something. I had to page them and they called back, but they didn't have phones. Niggas was jumping out using pay phones, y'all. You hear me? Niggas was using pay phones. So, you know, they let me out the next morning. Took my man to jail. He didn't stay but 30 days and they threw the case out. Because the police told the truth. He said, man, what happened? He said, man, we tried to stop these guys. They went on high-speed chase. We chased them for almost 2 hours, and when we pulled them over and I got him out the car, he said, what happened out there? He said, he handed me 4 bags of cocaine. Man, everybody in the courtroom started laughing, y'all. They thought the man was lying, but guess what? He was telling the truth. My man did hand him that shit, you know. And the judge didn't even believe him, y'all. He like, oh, nah. You ain't never chased no motherfucker no 2 hours and they still had shit on them, nah. Just throw that shit out, y'all. And my man came home, you know, and that was cool, you know. But back to the shit, how we started putting that money on my head. That was my man, Dice. That's who I was with. We had to ride like that, man. And how we had to get the money. How you get money off your head, you got to find out who put it on your motherfucking head. And he got to make sure he ain't around to pay the tab. And then, even then, you got to be strong enough to let niggas know they working for free. And you better hope he ain't paid a motherfucker and they still fulfill the order. You know, I was just blessed like that, you know. I was lucky. But every time I tell this story, I always have to think about my boy Lil Sean, y'all. Because like I say, I was the best driver in the city. Boy, if I had to crown one other motherfucker, is that nigga Lil Sean, man. He rest in peace. He deceased, y'all. And he died. My friends died, y'all. My friends weren't getting killed. Like this nigga, he died in jail, y'all. He got 39 motherfucking years he did in jail. He had 5 murders. He caught 5 bodies in one night. 5 bodies in one night. Had co-defendants on that case and everything. He went in that motherfucker. Ain't said a motherfucking word. Ain't said a motherfucking word. That's why his funeral was so packed and everybody held him down. That nigga had so much shit he was getting from every motherfucker. Because niggas was solid back then. Niggas didn't do no talking. And he like, fuck it. He could have told who his accomplice was. And they could have took him. And it was a big dog. They would have definitely took him. You feel me? They definitely took his word and brought that nigga in with him. You know, but he took that ride on by himself, right? So my boy Lil Sean, right? This nigga, he was our cop thief, y'all. This type of nigga here. This nigga drove so good, y'all. And he was the type you have to tell, man, I don't feel like running from the police today. Man, the man picked me up one night, y'all. He picked me up one night. Come on, ride out here with me. I said, where we going? We got to ride out west. I'm going to drop my girl off. He had some little bitch with him that stay on the west side. We're in the steamer, right? I get up out the bed with my woman to ride somewhere with this nigga. And we getting off the expressway, y'all. We on Independence, y'all. You hear me? The motherfucker troopers pull behind us and woo, woo. I'm like, oh my God. No, you didn't wake me up to go to jail, bro. I know this ain't it. Man, the motherfuckers went around us, y'all. You know what I heard? Hey, you see boys in the middle? Doe, let me out. He said, what? Hey, let me out. That's exactly, hey, Sean, what? Let me out, dog. Bitch, come on, shut up, do that. Hey, what? Let me out, dog. I said, I don't feel like going to jail tonight. I just got out the bed with my woman. I was going to ride with you, but it's too risky. I'm finna get on this L and go home. I'll holler at you. You know, oh man, come on, G, don't do me like that. No, I'm gone, Joe. I got out the car, jumped on that L, took that motherfucker all the way back, you know, to the south side. I gets over there, he done dropped the little bitch out. Guess who up on 69th when I get up? You know, I'm walking from there. Here he goes. Man, that's some pussy ass shit. I bet you can ride from here now, don't you? I'm like, yeah, man, I just ain't feeling that shit. I don't feel like going to jail, man. I'm tired, you know. This shit get frustrating. You get tired, you know. That's one thing about running the streets and shit. And when your life really been in danger, you should get tired of running these streets, physically and mentally. You get tired of every time I look in my rearview mirror, the police back there I got to worry about is finna be this or that. I got tired of that shit, you know. And then when I was able to raise my little shorties, they was able to take over shit. I was able to step back and step to the side. That's why I sit in here comfortably, y'all. We still got soldiers out there doing their thing. They doing their little 1-2. They spinning and holding the deck down. I can just step out the way. So, LaShawn, this motherfucker here used to do shit like this, y'all. One day the nigga picked me up and we riding and shit. And I'm talking about shit, yeah, Joe. The bitch came over last night, Joe. Hey, boy, that bitch decent, boy. You know, I'm telling about my little shit, boy. I'm talking about, man. Me and her did it for almost an hour and a half. And ooh, I'm talking, y'all. He's sweating a little bit, but it ain't bothering me because he's a good driver, you know. Talking my little shit. So I'm saying, look in the mirror, Shrimp. So, you know, I looks in the side mirror. I'm like, I see a police car. He way back there. But you can tell he in pursuit mode where he's weaving through traffic. I'm like, this motherfucker trying to catch up with us. I said, hey, Sean. He said, yeah. I said, that motherfucker police trying to catch up with us. They said, man, Shrimp, they been chasing us 15 minutes. Man. I'm like, 15 minutes? He like, yeah, man. I'm like, what? He said, man, don't worry about it. I'm finna shake their ass in a minute, man. Just keep talking, man. That nigga was so calm, y'all. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. I've been in a high-speed chase, didn't notice it. You know, I start feeling it and I look up because I'm into the story. I'm talking about, boy, this bitch, yeah, I had it, man. You know, we talking our little shit, you know. I'm talking about this bitch. And then, you know, you go get on point. I looked in the mirror. Whoa, the fuck? They trying to catch up with us? And guess what, y'all? He shook them. He shook them. And guess what? We both made it home. I done been in so many motherfucking high-speed chases, y'all. I could write a book on it and tell you how to get away. How you get away? You got to make it short and sweet. The longer you run from them, the more police they go put on you. Yes, every time you look in the mirror, there's going to be another car back there. But what you do when you start with the first set of car, the car, whoop, whoop, get up there and get out on his ass. Whatever you got to either try to get rid of or if you got a nigga that need to bail out, you get a quick 4 block, boop, 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 and let him out, and you keep it moving. Make it short and sweet. If you got to hit a block, jump out and run, do that. But you got to make it short and sweet, because the longer you run, the more motherfucker police he go put on you. And before you know it, you go be trapped. I hope that answers your question, bro. Yeah. And let me tell you something else, too, bro. Every year, your squad ain't gonna never win all the wars all the time. You know, you gonna have them years where your shorties is weaker than the niggas over there, the ops. And I'm gonna tell you why. Let's say us, our generation, with some guns clinking motherfuckers. We some goons. So we raised some guys that didn't have to do much because we had our foot up these niggas' ass and we chasing them around and we treat them like they ain't shit. Our guys, I won't say they soft, but they don't have to do much because we on these niggas. But what that do, the next generation of gangsters watching they OGs get ran around, they watching it and they don't like it. And they like, hey folk, what? When we get big, we ain't gonna be running from these niggas. We gonna get on their ass. And they make packs young. And guess what? When they get up there, they do just that. They get on them niggas' ass. And they be chasing them around. And guess what? Our next generation doing. Watching them set of niggas get chased around. And they like, hey Joe, when we get up, yeah, we ain't gonna be doing that shit. We go get on them niggas' ass. We go get on them niggas' ass. Now normally I don't like talking about shit that happens in the hood and so much. But let me tell you this story because I moved some people today and I was on this block. Sometimes, like my little nephews, they stones, but they ain't had to go through war because we handled that. They got juice. They got an uncle and daddy that's generals. Nobody fuck with them. They from the royal family. They from the hill. This headquarters over here in the ville. So don't nobody fuck with them. So they even move like that. Folks ain't fucking with them either. So one day we slide. We finna go get the beer. My nephew, he ain't thinking. We ride up the off block. And I say, hey man, what the fuck you coming up this block for, man? Get the fuck off this. He like, oh man. We flip through there, scare them to death. Whoa! They ducking and shit. And we moving fast too, because once I told him to get off the block, he picked the pace up. I think we accidentally triggered a shootout. Because the folks on the block, like, ooh, heads up. On this motherfucking Lexus, G. On this Lexus. So they start trying to chase us. We go on some of our little Mo's block. I think we grab some weed from them, and we head into the liquor store. We get the weed and bounce. What they do, try to come through 2 gangways and catch us while we were on the block Sangamon, 74th and Sangamon. I guess they thought we was finna park and kick it, but we got our shit and left. These niggas come over there and try to creep on the guys, y'all, and they get to blowing at them. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. My man and them blowing back. Boom, 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 boom. There's 2 of these niggas. They came through separate gangways, y'all. They shooting. Do you know one of them gangsters? His man behind him shooting, and he stepped in front of his boy, knocked his motherfucking head off. Blew his motherfucking dread out his head, y'all. You hear me? I'm gonna say it again. Blew his motherfucking dread off his head. It's so nasty. Y'all be talking like y'all wanna see that shit. That shit didn't look good. Brains and guts and bloods and shit. Nigga took a picture of it. Ooh, it's ugly, you know. And these some of the folks we was into it with, right? So you know these young boys like to put shit on the internet. One of the little moles say, hey man, shit got real out there the other day. Show a picture of the dread, right? And the nigga who shot his boy like, oh man, don't even try to act like y'all did that, man. That wasn't y'all work, man. That looked like some friendly fire shit to me. He admitting he popped his boy. So his folks like, man, take that shit down, G. What the fuck is wrong with you? He took it down, but niggas synced it and screen captured it, y'all. Police know he killed him. They ain't fuck with him. Like they always say, it ain't what you know, it's what you could prove. You know they ain't picked that boy up yet. You know, this motherfucker here is what you call an ineffective shooter. The nigga got 3 bodies under his belt. And ain't none of them ops. Accidental victims, like he killed his own partner. He killed a woman accidentally, and I think he hit a baby. They should take his motherfucking guns. You know what I mean? But they letting him shoot. Niggas don't know what they shooting at, they just shooting. These niggas be wanting to be known as a shooter so bad, they take the shot every time. It ain't never a chance that they go and say, oh no, that's a girl there, I ain't gonna do it right now. I'm gonna come back tomorrow or whatever. They wanna go to broke for them. You know, that's just how these boys is. You feel me? It's your boy G Shrimp, everybody favorite baby daddy, voice of the street, man. I'm gonna plant you now and dig you later, man. Oh, hit that like button, man. Give you time to do that. Subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed, y'all. Don't forget to hit that cash app. And if you can't, come over here on Anchor TV, over there, Anchor and Spotify, and talk about the D Shrimp Show. That podcast be pretty cool, y'all. It's nice and laid back. Especially good for you when you at work and you need to hear something laid back and without cussing a lot of shit. You know, you might have the radio on and people can hear it. You know, you can listen to that. It's like radio friendly. You can hear it. You know, because we don't do too much cussing over there. Still gonna be a good story though, you know. Y'all like it, man. Check it out, man. I'm out here.